Hi, 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 hi. Hello, hello. Okay, let me move some things. Get situated here. It feels dark out already. Oh, yeah, because it's Vegas at 3 p.m. during the winter. And the sun goes down at 4:30. If you're here watching the replay, hello. Thanks for watching the replay. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here if you're live. How are you doing? Let me know in the chat section how you're doing. What's going on for you? Hmm? All right, Allison. There's my girl. Hey, Allison. So happy to see your beautiful face. Melissa, you're good. I'm glad to hear it. I love it. There's dear Teresa. Hi. How are you all? What's going on for you? I have to say, I'm kind of resenting you all a little bit because I have to do this live video and I was in the middle of probably the most delicious salad in the entire world. And I'm a little bit mad that I had to interrupt it for you. It's right there and I'm just like, okay, I'll tell you what's in it. It's not 100% nutritarian, okay? There is a salad kit that I get at Whole Foods. Actually, I have it right here. Hold on. One sec. Okay, here's why it's not organic. Here's why it's not nutritarian, because it's not organic, right? It's the Taylor Farms Everything Chopped. This is my favorite one in the whole world. Do I do everything perfectly all the time? I do not. This is the only reason I've been having salads lately is because of salad kits, right? We talk about this a lot in the family and in my other programs. This is where I am in my journey right now. For a little while there, I was making my own salads, fully nutritarian, and I was killing it, we'll say. But it was too much for me to keep up for a little bit just because of all the other things that are going on in my life. So I went back to salad kits, and I'm fine with that because it's either this or fast food or bread or pasta for every meal. And I would rather have this than bread for every meal because that's where I go when I feel like I don't know what to make or I don't know what to do, whatever. It always ends up being carbs, right? So here's what I did with this. I didn't use the dressing. It's a dairy dressing. It's not that I don't use dairy sometimes because I do. I'm not fully vegan. I count that in sort of my like 5-10% not nutritarian, right? So there's some oil, there's some salt. This particular one, I had used the dressing earlier in the week. And so it didn't have a dressing. But then I found this dressing, which is vegan, because I can never find like a vegan ranch that actually looks good. They have the wrong color. If you know what I mean by that. I'm a cheese and dairy kind of person. I love that kind of food, but I try not to eat it as much as possible. So I've been looking for I make my own vegan dressing, but in the absence of that, I use like vegan mayonnaise for the ranch. In the absence of that, I've been looking for a bottled one. And this company I really love. They have some really, really good dressings, Gotham Greens. This one I found at Whole Foods. So I've been kind of looking for a ranch. So this isn't nutritarian, right? This is oil, salt, that kind of a thing. But if this is your 5 to 10% of what you eat that's off plan, this is a great choice. Okay. So it is basically this salad. Now, if you wanted it to be totally nutritarian, you could throw all the mix, all the dressing, the everything bagel little packet, and you could throw out the little bread things. But that's what I had in my salad, and that's what I wanted. So I did that. I added some more lettuce by putting a bunch of arugula in. So I had a handful, like a big handful of arugula. I tore that up. Then I put the salad mix in here, and then I put all the stuff on it except for the dressing, of course. And I used this dressing. But the thing about this salad, the best part about the salad, I have to get this other thing real quick. So I totally upgraded my office space, and now I actually have a fridge in here. Hold on. I also have a little, not even little, it's kind of a half-size fridge over there. And I have a hot plate and everything so that I can actually make my food when my kids are downstairs with the nanny. Because listen, that was another reason that I wasn't eating well sometimes. I noticed myself because I didn't want to go downstairs because the kids like attach themselves to me. And so it's hard for me to get back upstairs because they're crying or whatever. So we solved that by just making it so I can just stay in my office all day. This is not a fully nutritarian ingredient, okay? Oil and salt, but holy guacamole, you guys. This one, now, if you're okay with a little bit of salt and oil, so this is not for the people who are not okay with salt and oil. This whole, okay, so I never bought this kind of stuff before because I was like really, really super nutritarian for a long time there. But now my life is a little bit different, right? 3 kids, like a booming, beautiful business. And my life is filled with things that I love. And I've been exercising every day and it feels amazing and I love it. So, in order for me to get all the things done, I make some adjustments here. And what feels comfortable to me, adjustment wise, is this type of food. And I'm telling you, if you're not 100% vegetarian, I can't wait to get done with this live video so I can go back to this salad. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not kidding. All right, let me look at the comment section. Let's see how many people are frustrated with me for talking about oil and salt. And let's see how many people are frustrated with me for not being totally vegan. Right. Okay, here we go. Cheri says, ARK Foods has a salad kit with all vegan ingredients. That's beautiful. I don't think I've seen that brand where I live, but I will look for it. I have seen some organic ones, so I try to get those ones when possible. But I have to be careful of cilantro because I do not. That's why I had the dressing from earlier, because I had a salad kit that had cilantro dressing in it. Me and cilantro, not a good idea. So I used the dressing from earlier. So now I have this vegan one. So I think I'm just going to keep getting this vegan one because it takes less time to put together, right? Yeah, Sarah, that's the thing, is like, I was scared of this, we'll say, like, so it wasn't just the salt and oil, because I looked at the ingredient stuff. It's got like a lot of sodium in it, compared to the amount of calories per serving. But I've never bought this kind of stuff because I was like, I wonder what it's going to be like. It's weird, you know? And I have to say also, like, I don't like smoky things. I'm not like I don't like the flavor of smoke. And so I would never buy this one before, but I was like, well, let me just give it a try because I really wanted to eat more tempeh. Because tempeh and actual soybeans, edamame, are the best form of beans, really, that you can eat. Like the most unprocessed form of soy that you can eat is to have tempeh, or tofu is a pretty decent option too. Tempeh is probably the best. Natto, which is fermented soybeans. This is also fermented. But this flavoring, so I cut it into, it has like I think I only used 2 or 3 pieces of it total. There's 8 in the package. Tempeh for me is something that, like, I don't like a lot of it because it can be kind of dry. And so I just put it in my little pan, warmed it up, cut it into really small pieces. And so, like, each bite gets a little piece of tempeh, and talk about umami. Holy cow. Yeah, I love it. Oh, cilantro haters unite. I'm so glad. Yes, yes, yes. Kathy, same. I love the sweet kale salad from Costco. I do add the cranberries and seeds. I don't ever use the dressing. Yep, so good. And you know, it's like what are you willing to put aside? This is the question you ask yourself. For those of you who are very good at not having salt and oil and things like that, cool. Keep doing that, right? This is just the stage I'm in my life right now. I'm 100% positive that in the future, this will get better and better and better. There will be less salt, less oil, no dairy, stuff like that, right? I know this is going to get better in the future, but I also know that this is where I am at in my life right now. I also have a goal that at some point in my life, I'm going to have a private chef. Who else has that goal? I'm going to try to move things around in my life so that I can have that happen, so that the food part, I don't have to think about it, right? I'm just putting it in the universe. I don't know how or when that's going to happen, but someday I will have a private chef. Or maybe we can all go in on a private chef and like they can just business idea. They can just create nutritarian meals for us. Okay. Anyways, for those of you who it's very easy to eat no salt, no oil, no sugar. Cool. Keep doing that, right? But for people like me who at this time in my life, lots of asterisks here, right? At this time in my life, if I have to do all the things right, I won't do any of the things right. You got me? So I eat the things that make me happy now, but are still quite vegetable dense, can help me maintain or lose weight, that sort of thing. The question is, what, like, how perfect can you be and still not go off track, right? It's like me, I was juicing a lot for a while there. I'll pick it back up at some point, but I bought a juicer that was motivating for me to use. Not so that it was like perfect juice, right? Like not so that it was like the highest yield of juice for the juicer. It was like the juicer that was the easiest to clean and the easiest to use, right? So we want to remove our barriers to eating this way because for me, the most important thing is that I eat a ton of vegetables, right? It's got to be as much vegetables as possible. And at this time of my life, the way that I'm going to eat a lot of vegetables is by having some salt, some oil, whatever, right? I know it's going to get better in the future, but this is permission for you to do what it takes to get more vegetables in. Because I know that if I'm left to my own devices and I have to do everything perfectly, like I've got to chop everything right, I've got to have no salt, no oil, no sugar, timing wise, just to put everything together or whatever, I know I'm just going to go off plan and eat peanut butter and jelly all day. That's what I do. Right? That's my default. So this is the thing that keeps me eating as much salad as possible. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yes, Kathy, I buy that salad all the time. It goes in my mason jar salads at the beginning of the week. Stays crunchy all week. Yep. Yep. Yes, there is a free 9-day challenge on the on my homepage. So if you go to here, let me show you. Go to thewateringmouth.com, just the regular website. It's right on the front page. You get the free 9-day challenge. And if you get that one, or if you sign up here at thewateringmouth.com/challenge, you will get put on the list for the wait list. We're going to be doing another 5-day, free 5 days starting in January. It's the first week of January. Let me see. What is that date actually? January 2nd, which is actually perfect timing for you to like get back into it, right? Because then the first is kind of like whatever you do for the first, celebrating. And then the second, we're getting back on track. So make sure you're signed up for the list, thewateringmouth.com/challenge, so that you can get in on that challenge. We're going to be emailing, it's done now, but we're going to be emailing it out on the 26th of December. So the day after Christmas, we will be emailing that out. Then you can get that. Get your groceries together, get your plan together, and then we're actually starting it on January 2nd. Okay. And then the Eat to Live family opens up again the following week to let new people in. All right. Let's go to the comments here. I've been blabbing so much. Okay. Let me start from the beginning. So, Teresa, oh my gosh. Okay, guys, I got to tell this story. I always have to brag about Teresa because she's like killing it. Teresa is a member of the Eat to Live family, and she always, like if she would lose any weight during the year, she would always gain it back in October, November, December, and then, right. And she'd have so much trouble getting back on track. This year was different. What was different about this year was Teresa decided to actually show up for the coaching calls that she was a part of, right? In the Eat to Live family. She's a member of the Eat to Live family. She's been with us for well over a year, probably 2 years at this point, right? Something like that. We've only been open for like a year and a quarter. So something like that. She's been with us, I think, the whole time. Anyway, she wasn't using her membership for a while. She kind of was showing up, but she wasn't getting coached. She decided to get coached in March of this past year. Everything was crazy in her life. She got coached. We worked through it, and she started losing weight again. Lost like 33 pounds up until September. Lost another 5 pounds in end of September, I think. And then she started to have a lot of like concern about gaining the weight back in October. She had a story that like she always gains the weight back in October, right? So I was like, look, just get coached. Just get coached again. And so she came on with me and got coached. I think it was what, like 2 times, maybe only once, 2, 3 times on this idea of I always gain the weight back in over the holidays, right? And then here she is, made it through 2 holiday months, not gaining any weight. Actually, she lost, I think, 0.2 pounds in October, which is like very different from gaining 10 pounds like normal, like she used to. And here she is saying, bring on December. Like, how many of us can be like, yes, holidays, we got this, right? She even went on a girls' trip, right, Teresa, for Thanksgiving. And they were all eating this stuff, and she stayed on track. I'm so proud of you, Teresa. Amazing. You're so welcome, Facebook user. Say, I'm so happy you are a good role model for those of us who are struggling to be fully nutritarian. Thank you. You're very welcome. 70% nutritarian is better than 0% nutritarian, right? 40% nutritarian is better than 0% nutritarian. So this is, and this is what I teach in all my programs. Like, this is a progression. For those of you who can be 100% nutritarian or 100% vegan or 100% salt-free, oil-free, whatever, cool, do it. Great. Awesome. Keep doing that. Like, wonderful. For those of us who can't yet, let's take this step by step, right? That's what we do. Yes. Girls trip, food galore. And then Teresa says she always gains back 30 pounds over October, November, December. That's a big deal, right? And that's a big deal for our body to be going up and down so much. Yeah. So changed your story, didn't we? And that's so fun because now you can't say that this is your story anymore, right? Hold on one sec. I have to tell you guys something. One sec. Oh, I gotta go. But and I'm supposed to go do Instagram after this, but I have to do a phone call first and then I'll go to Instagram. So for those of you who can't stick around, I understand. But okay, it's safe to tell you now, I think. I told the family last week. We bought a house. It's our first house ever, you guys. First house ever. Both my husband and I. It's my husband's birthday today too, by the way. So we bought a house. This is obviously such exciting news. Like, that in itself is so amazing. And we're super stoked because it feels like the house. It's so exciting. But it's in the city that we wanted to move to, which is El Paso. And why do we want to move to El Paso? Because that's where my husband's from. That's where we have so much family. So surprise, we're moving to El Paso in the end of January, which is huge news. And the reason I'm talking about that is because the message I just got was about how we have to finish setting up the security cameras in the house. So I have to go do that in a second. But thank you so much, Victoria. I'm so excited. Like, I'm so happy. We want to do this because like we have so much family there, but also because the schools in Vegas are terrible. And I don't want my kids to go to school here. I'm not ready to commit to homeschooling yet, maybe at some point in the future, but also because I really, 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 really like, it's always been a dream for me to have my kids be bilingual. And so they have a lot of really great programs there so they can learn Spanish, and then I have to learn Spanish. I'm working on it. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, Joe Jamie, I was going to text you. Why are you on this? I didn't want to tell you this way. Joe Jamie's my girlfriend. She actually lives in Vegas. I'm going to miss you too. We have to have lunch before I go. Okay. Really. I was going to text you and be like, we have to get together. But yeah, so we are so excited. I love El Paso for so many reasons, and it's just going to be such a warm place for us now because it's going to be where my kids grow up. I'm so excited. Thank you, Cheri. Oh, it's you. Okay. Hi, Cheri. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. Yes. Happy birthday to Andres, and congrats on the dream home. Thank you so much. Yeah, Joe Jamie, let's work it out soon. Okay. Like, very, very soon. I mean it. Yeah, right. Okay. So Cheri, Teresa, and Sarah are the founding members. That's right. We've got founding members in the group who've been with me the whole time. January 25th is the anniversary. Beautiful, beautiful. Coming up on that 2-year anniversary then. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being with me for so long, you guys. It's just, and I just have to say, like, I call it the Eat to Live family, but I actually really did become a family. Like, you guys are so special to me, and we're doing life together, which is so fun. You're so welcome. No, that's for Teresa. Yolanda says, thanks for setting such a great example, Teresa. Yeah, it can be done. Like, and I just have to say, like, the way that it's done is by coming on, getting coached, taking advantage of the resources, but getting life coached, right? Because that's what we really do. We don't just tell you what to eat. Like, that's like 5% of the equation, right? I can tell anyone how to eat to live. Like, that's not hard. We have meal plans for that, right? That's so easy. That's what our challenges are for. The 95% of what's tough is sticking to it and being consistent long term, right? So we always talk about how do we stay consistent long term? It's two things. Number one, we have to learn. Number one, I'm just going to get teachy for a second and then I got to go. Number one, we have to learn to believe. And number two, we have to create personal power. What do I mean by that? Believe that it's possible for us, right? Believe that we can lose the weight. Believe that we can be fully nutritarian. Believe. It's 100% about, I know I said it was 95%, but it's really 100% about the belief that we can do it. If we don't believe we can do it, we're not going to. And once we have learned how to believe, we actually, I call this belief work. We're actually going to be doing a master class on this coming up really soon in just a couple weeks. So watch out for that. If you're not on our email list yet, we're going to be talking about the master class. And you can sign up for that. If you go to thewatermouth.com/email, we'll be telling you about the master class. It's all going to be about belief, like how to do this part. It's going to be about resolutions and how to make a resolution, how to actually stick to it. Because like we have the formula, we have the key. Okay. So first of all, we have to learn how to believe that it's possible. People are always saying like, well, how can I think something different when I think this? That's what we teach you. And once we believe that we can, that's what creates personal power. And personal power is actually what creates long-term consistency, right? It's not an app on your phone. It's not a buddy system or a Facebook group, accountability, nothing like that. That's not what does it. It's personal power. It's when you're in your own head at home in front of the refrigerator or like tired after a long day's work or whatever. When you have personal power, that's what actually gets you to eat the salad, right? Or not eat the popcorn or whatever that is, right? Those are the things that are important. And so we teach you actually how to do that. Teresa says she's never leaving. Thank God. I'm so happy. Melissa, yeah, founding member too. There's a lot of members still from the founding. Last time I counted, we had like over 80 members that were still founding members. It was so cool. Okay, Kimberly says, so I would dice up raw veggies and greens. Then if my family had pizza or chili or anything, I'd dice up about 2 tablespoons of it and stir it into my salad. I felt very satisfied. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Yeah, exactly. Right. Like some of it. And we don't have to feel bad about that, right? Like it's a 5 to 10%, whatever. Yeah. Sarah agrees on the private chef. That's good. Oh my gosh, Teresa lost 1.2 pounds in November. That's amazing. The extra holiday coaching helped. I'm so glad. So good. Okay, real question, Sarah. Now that it's getting dark so early, I'm having the toughest time not snacking throughout the evening because it feels like nighttime never ends before bedtime. I'd love to like actually really coach you on this to hear more details about this. So you have a thought in your mind that dark equals snacking for some reason, right? Like maybe it's like a comfort thing or something like that, right? So I have to guess at a lot of these things because I can't actually coach you on this right now. But yay, Carrie says she's not leaving either. Good. So is it like the comfort, right? Like it's dark, so it feels like we need a snack, whatever we need. I bet it has something to do with comfort, and that's something to look at as comfort, right? Like the snacking, the eating, why does that mean, why does that equal food, right? So I would be asking you questions like, and especially if it had to do with comfort or something like that, like, because it gets dark here at 4:30, like literally 4:30. So it's going to be a dark in 1 hour. And it is so early, right? But my brain doesn't really go there. So what that means is that's proof that this can be changed, that you can change this belief. But the first thing you have to do is unearth why. Okay, so that's why I want you to ask that question of yourself is you say, because it feels like the nighttime never ends before bedtime, but that's what I want to know is like, why does that equal snacking, right? What is in there that makes you feel like you want to snack? Yeah, Helen, I love this. Belief in personal power. This is powerful. 100%. This is all it is. You don't need Weight Watchers, you don't need point systems, you don't need any of that crap. Like sorry, you don't need it. You don't need apps, you don't need Facebook groups, accountability, whatever. Like we don't need that stuff. The moment that counts is exactly what I'm sorry, I just lost your name. Sarah. The moment that counts is that moment where you're walking around the house and it's dark and suddenly you're believing like you need to keep eating or something. That's the moment that counts. An app isn't going to help you in that moment, right? Like we're not going to be checking in on Facebook like it's an emergency. Some people do that and they try to use that, but that's powerless. That's putting your power in Facebook or putting your power in hoping that someone else on that group is going to hear you and say the right words to make you stop, right? Or like telling your family, "Oh, make sure I don't do this anymore," right? Like that's powerless. That's putting that on someone else when it should be based on what we have, which is personal power. We have that. We all just have to learn how to use it again, right? Oh my gosh, I'm talking so much. I have to go. But I love chatting with you guys. I think, yeah, okay. I'm really late. Okay. What else? What else? What else? Yeah, there's going to be a 5-day challenge coming up in the beginning of January. What else? I've made the tempeh before, but it's so labor intensive for that extra salty, rich flavor that I just love a little of on salads. Thinking about trying homemade smoky almonds too. Oh, that sounds really, really good. Yeah, totally, totally. Um, let's see. What else did I miss? Yeah. Melissa, this is an old comment, but yeah, you're totally worth the interruption. That's why I'm here. I wouldn't be here if listen, look at how long I'm talking and my salad is sitting right here. Like, I love you so much. That's why. Melissa, good. Melissa gets coached every time that she can. She says she's been aware and applying from my last coaching. Good. And that's the thing is like little by little, this coaching changes us, right? Okay. I think that's it as far as the comments go. Okay. Good. You guys are awesome. I know this was kind of like a really, I was talking like 1,000 miles a second, but I'm so glad you were here. Now, a few things you can take advantage of if you like. Um, the 5-day challenge coming up in January. You can sign up for that here, wateringmouth.com/challenge. We are going to be doing a work, well, we're calling it a masterclass on December. Oh my gosh, we have so many exciting things coming up. There's too many things. Coach Nancy is coming to visit Coach Cheri in Las Vegas for the first time in history. We've literally, if you can believe it, we have never met in person before, which is mind blowing to me, but also super awesome. She's coming in the middle of December, and then we're going to be doing what day did we decide to do it? Shoot, I think we're doing it on the 15th, but I didn't put it in my calendar. I put it in my other calendar, but not this one. I'm pretty sure it's on the 15th. Or is it the 14th? I can't remember. 15th, pretty sure. It's going to be all about resolutions, this whole idea about belief work. How do we actually believe when it's tough for us to believe? How do we shift beliefs? That's what it's going to be all about. It's super jam packed with, and for those of you in the family too, you guys are going to get an amazing discount. And it is super jam packed with all new content that I've never taught before. So you really have to come onto it because it's going to be amazing. And it's stuff that I'm using in my own personal life right now and I'm having success with. Okay. So you can consider that. The challenge, the family's going to open. And then I have room for a private client or two. I'm getting back into private coaching and I'm just loving it. So if you are interested in getting into private coaching with me, I'm telling you, I'm going to change your life. If you are serious about this eat to live thing, you really want to learn how to do this consistency thing for life, love the process, love your food, all that kind of thing, let me know. You're just going to go to, hmm, I think it's this. I think it's this. I hope so. ETL strategy calls. go.oneshub.com/ETL strategy calls. You can make an appointment with me to do a strategy call. And we'll just me and you actually will get on the phone and on Zoom and discuss how we might be able to help, what your struggles are, what you need. We'll put a plan together for you, like a strategy for how we're going to get through this. And we can talk about private coaching and see if that's the right move for you. So if you're ready to invest in your health, your future, and get this thing figured out for good and love the process, then maybe we could private coach together. Okay. Love you. Love you. Okay, guys. Coach Nancy on 12/5. Well, this is a special thing that we've never done before, so we haven't announced it yet. It's going to go live very soon. I actually don't know. My team is like putting the email together. There's going to be a set of emails, I think, that start on the 11th or the 12th of December that we'll be talking about it. But just so you guys know ahead of time, that's going to happen, I believe, on the 15th. So that's going to be an awesome, awesome workshop. Okay, that's it, y'all. I have to start saying y'all now because I'm gonna be from Texas. And you guys know that I've been struggling with saying guys all the time because most of you are women and I don't like saying guys, but being from Michigan, that's what we always say, hey guys, or whatever. So now I'll get to say y'all because I'm really gonna be a Texan. So okay, friends, love you so much. I think I don't know if I'm gonna get to Instagram. No, I'm not gonna do Instagram today. I'm only doing Facebook. So maybe I'll just do a quick message to them or something that says I'm not coming, but I'm not coming to Instagram. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I should be here next week, same time, same place ish. And if you guys have any questions or anything in the meantime, send us an email. Enjoy your salads. Have a good Thursday and a great weekend. And I will see you guys very soon. Bye. How do I shut this thing off? Oh, bye.